Hey everybody, I'm PJ,
I am Mecha Richter.
and this is our Turtles 3 PB from SGDQ in I guess 3306 is the final time.
Yeah.
So neither of us have rewatched this run since we got it.
Yeah. It's also a very interesting run because it was the first run we got of the day, so we were using it to de-rust. So it might be very obvious in the first couple of stages.
Yeah, I think our first two stages we were like 17 seconds off of gold,
Yeah.
and then we're just like, whatever, let's just play the other stages to warm up, and ended up getting like a 50-second PB or something.
Yeah, it was something crazy. It was all due to like a task that came out maybe 3 days before SGDQ, and we were very tempted to watch it, but we didn't want to watch it before our run for the marathon because, you know, we had really good strategies set up and we didn't want to change anything and, you know,
Wow,
make
nice.
it a lot
Good,
harder.
good handling on that purple guy.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I think I was at the airport and I was like, oh no, a new Turtles test.
Yeah, I saw that time and I was like, yeah, no, we're gonna wait.
It's like a 27 something, 27-20 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shoutouts to the Tassers, Geesk and GJJJ. So I guess for some background, we started running this in 2013.
Yeah, it might have been that or like late 2012.
Oh, true, might have been because we had already submitted it in 2013.
But it was definitely SGDQ 2013 was when we last ran it at a marathon.
Yeah.
That's also where we got our old PB.
Yes.
My old janky laptop that was like 8 years old and had some video recording issues in one stage because it was just on fire afterwards.
Yeah, the tablecloth had like scorch marks on it.
So
all right,
this
so
is one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's one thing we pulled from the task was to skip a couple of foot soldier waves. Since we have lives to spare, we try to use them as much as we can, and that's one spot that saves like 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, it saves two waves of enemies, 4 purples and 2 yellows. So it was a good rock steady at least.
Yeah.
So I guess for some background here, we're playing with friendly fire on, as you can probably notice, and Turtles 3 has different spawns, different enemy spawns, and different boss HP depending on the number of players. It's a nice Wiggletron.
Yeah.
So we were able to skip enemies in stage 1 because there's those 2 waves of enemies were for player 2 only, or for 2 players only. So by killing me, the game's like, hey, only 1 turtle's alive, so you get single player spawns, and then I can come back to life afterwards. And we did the same thing before Rocksteady.
Yeah, because their health goes up when it's 2 players.
I guess we should also note, I'm playing as Dr. C, and Mecha is Leo for this run.
Yeah.
I don't think we changed turtles at all.
No. All these enemies spawn off the left, and when any of them get on screen, it lags very badly, so we're just like spawn camping right here. Right here, we both die, so the next section has reduced lag, and it's like 15 seconds,
Yeah,
easily.
it's so much time. So much time. So these, for more backgrounds, our run at SGDQ was on Sunday. It was the 3rd run of the event, and we had the rest of the week to do attempts. So we were using safe strats for the marathon run, and then like immediately afterwards, on Monday, we started using some of these other death abuses that we knew about, and watched the new tasks and learned some more death abuse strats. So we end up using a pretty substantial number of our lives just killing ourselves to get either advantageous lag or lower boss health.
And for reference, our marathon run was like 10 seconds off our PB at the time. And like our first improvement was like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
With these new strats. They're like every split was a goal. It was pretty gross.
It was wild. So the battleship is pretty terrifying, but we've actually gotten pretty comfortable. Well, at least I've gotten pretty comfortable with this now.
Yeah, there's not much that's really threatening in this anymore.
Yeah, the main thing is just making sure that we kill the last enemy as quickly as possible. And that's kind of a general optimization for just beat 'em ups. Like a lot of the enemies are kind of a fixed spawn rate, so it doesn't really matter how quickly you kill the early enemies as long as the last enemy dies as early as possible. I guess the other important thing is that this attack that we're using, the somersault head slam thing, and the blender that Leo is using, that's the special attack in this game. So if you press A and then B, you use that, and it consumes a little bit of health, but they let you use it at 0 health.
Oh yeah, I think we continued because we were having so many issues with Ground Chuck moving down when he charges, and that just kills me. We had to reset. But he didn't do it that time, so we're like, let's just keep going.
Alright, just keep going, whatever. Yeah, so at this point, I think we were like plus 17 on golds, and I don't know, like plus 10 compared to PB, something like that. So this stage is where the magic happens. This is the new find that Geesk found. Unfortunately, he found this before SGDQ, so we had plenty of time to practice this.
Well, technically, it was known for a very long time on like a Chinese forum.
True, yeah.
But
yeah, it was some like forum posts from 2012 or something. Oh yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't have enough health. Right. Yeah, so this is what we've been calling the ghost turtle glitch. So, we managed to kill each other, and the game notices that we died. Oh, that's right. With this, I have 0 lives. Yeah. So the game kills us, but it doesn't remove us from the screen. So right now, the game doesn't think that either turtle is alive.
Yeah, unless we have lives left and it keeps the screen locked, that's normal in like regular Nintendo gameplay. Like if one turtle dies, the screen will lock until they come back. But if the game overed, which they think Dr. C has done, he'll just keep screen wrapping. Yeah. And we had a strategy in stage 4 for that. Like I would take out a rock soldier, but it ended up not really working.
Wow, Slash actually behaved.
Yeah.
Slash is super scary because he I don't know, he drifts around a lot. So we can kind of abuse like hitboxes here, where our special has more depth reach than the enemy's attacks do. Leo in particular has a special that attacks really high, and Dr. C's attacks a little bit below him. So we can kind of stand like off plane from the bosses and hit them safely, but a lot of the bosses between hits will just kind of drift. And Slash is one of them, where after every hit, sometimes he'll drift up a pixel, and it's tough to adjust your position. And then before you know it, you're dead, because you're playing at 1 HP.
So both of us died, so it skips even more waves than on one player. So there's supposed to be like 3 waves there that we just skipped. Even on single player, there's supposed to be waves there. We just completely skipped them all. And since Bebop doesn't know I'm alive, he still targets Dr. C for some reason. I could just like stand like 1 pixel above like where I'd get hit, and I just completely obliterate him.
Yeah, that's a really silly fight. That's an adaptation from Amquat's single player runs, I think. I think he uses Leo for that fight.
And normally if you're alive, the turtles would shake here, but since we equip gyroscopic whatevers, we don't have that problem.
Yeah, we've got that bird head stabilizer.
Yeah.
So I jump in the pit there to cancel the ghost turtle glitch. So playing with 0 player, or in 0 player mode is really tricky because the enemies don't have a target. The bosses will target player 1, so like the bosses are pretty okay, but the enemies don't see a valid target, so they just keep like wandering around the room, and it makes it really tough to track them down. So right now, Dr. C is the only valid target and the only living turtle as far as the game is concerned. So Leo is just free to play the cutoff man and make enemies walk through him to get to me and murder them.
In some cases, that can be kind of scary because some enemies like will automatically grab you if they walk through you. and since you still have a hitbox, it'll automatically trigger that. So like, you'll see me just like get phantom grabbed by an enemy, or as we call it, the mystery hug.
Yeah, mystery hug.
So in some cases, I'll just kind of like play it safe or do as much as I can without, you know, really being at risk. So
yeah,
just stay the hell out of the way.
A pretty good example of that is in the SGDQ run, where you can see like the real conservative strats. Here we just kind of wing it, and we're like, all right, you're going for it. And if you get mystery hugs, then we're just gonna reset.
Yeah. It costs too much time just to play it safe, and, you know, we're trying to go for the fastest time as possible. There's still some cases where I'm not doing the completely or most reckless strats, but I'll give an example coming up.
Yeah.
For the most part, I tried to do as much as I could.
Yeah, and the main, like, some of the foot soldiers are pretty much harmless. Like, the luchadors here pretty much never will give you the mystery hug, but the purple guys and then the Aladdins, the white foot soldiers with the curved blade, they tend to mystery hug pretty frequently.
And sometimes a certain type of rock soldier can target me. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, the bazooka ones?
Yeah.
The stinky gas ones?
Yeah, so right here you can like break the barrels off screen and it'll save a little bit of time and lag. And when we tried that, we both died, so we're like, nah,
yeah.
vetoed.
Yeah, that was cute. Immediately after killing the barrel throwers, we were like, all right, let's kill these barrels. And we both attacked, both missed, and got killed. We were like, all right.
It was during an attempt too. We just kind of like decided to go for it, and we both missed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so these guys are safe. They won't hit me. So I can just like spawn camp them.
Yeah, and that was probably the scariest wave for me with the old route when we were playing with actual 2 players.
Yeah.
Because they tend to just like dodge by a few pixels when you special. They'll just like move down a little bit and then just slam you. They have really advantageous hitboxes.
Yeah, they move really fast too, like plane shifting, which is probably one of the fastest enemies when it comes to plane shifting, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Apart from Shredder.
Yeah, Shredder who goes all the way up to the top corner and then back down to the bottom in the same attack.
Yup. AKA Vega.
Alright, so this is a dirtbag loop that I use with Dr. C. There are a few different ways to fight him. You can use the same loop here with Mike, and it's 2 hits faster, but it's much, much riskier. You can also like chase Dirtbag down and fight him in the center of the screen, and you can sometimes get double hits, but you're much more likely to kill your partner, and you're much more likely to get hit by Dirtbag. So, I just take the easy kill.
Yeah, in some cases it's a lot better just to like find a loop that works, as opposed to just hoping he gives you a good pattern.
Alright, sewers used to be my least favorite stage, like when we were first learning this game, but the sewers are actually pretty interesting now, I think. Nice.
Our strats on this stage changed quite a bit. Especially after the Ghost Turtle glitch, since we're constantly getting one player spawns throughout the entire run.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that had to change anyways, but even after the fact, we changed it quite a bit.
Wow, we actually got all of those waves. Like, normally one of the guys escapes and like goes in the water and hides or something.
Or he gets stuck in the corner and you can't hit him.
Yeah. That's right, we decided that I shouldn't kill these guys so I don't get too many points.
Yeah. Yeah, this strat's an homage to Tom Botova, who was like one of the original runners for this game back in 2007, I think?
Like 2003. Ages ago. Yeah, he ran this, I mean, he had the record in this for a very long time. And then did like a no-death run and a max score run. He did some really crazy stuff with this game. So he found some really interesting, like very safe strats and some really good boss loops.
I think the dirtbag strat was one of his, wasn't it?
No, the dirtbag one I found.
Okay.
He used to use Mike, and he would jump between the platform and the rails, and it forces dirtbag to jump down.
Yeah. This is another case of finding a magic pixel and sticking with it.
Yeah, Mauser will sometimes drift, but he only takes 9 hits, I think. So it's normally, yeah, it's exactly the way that goes. 2 hits going in, and then 1 hit on the escape, and you just repeat that loop 3 times.
I just hang out the bottom in case the Mauser gets loose. Like, it'll always land to where I can hit it. And since my hitbox is so huge for Blender, it's just not a problem.
Very convenient.
Yeah.
Wow, that wave went really well. Those purple dudes that spawn in the water are really tough to chase down because they jump all over the place.
Yeah, that's one that we kind of changed too, because I used to stay up, and if he like went around, or like if I tried to chase him, he could slide, kick me, or kill me. He's a baseball star, as we call him.
Yeah, we both used to stay up, and then like one run we were like, do they spawn in the water?
Yeah. I had like just enough time to like get down there and kill him and then jump back up to get to the other spot. But good job.
Yeah, thanks. Just special right through the pizza.
Like you grab the pizza, or do I? Alright.
Yeah, so the Leatherhead is the scariest fight in the game if you're playing normal 2-player, because he switches targets, and like the way that he targets you and his aggression level and his counterattacks are really difficult to deal with. Fortunately, the Ghost Turtle glitch is still active, so we're able to use like an adaptation of the single-player strats that I like for Dr. C. So I get as many hits as I can, and then just let Leo do the rest.
The reason why I finished him off is because if I don't, or if Dr. C keeps hitting him, for some reason I'm like down low enough and I get hit, so... Or I think that was another reason.
Yeah, we want you to get the points, which is another good one.
That's
and it's just more consistent DPS for you.
Yeah.
So Dr. C's special does more damage. I think it does a single point of damage more than Leo's. I think it's like 8 for Leo and 9 for Dr. C. So you want Dr. C to be hitting the bosses when he can, but like if Dr. C is only able to hit Leatherhead once and then gets knocked back the entire width of the screen, like Leo's going to be doing much better DPS by just standing there and specialing.
I think I forgot which side they'd be on there. The server guys are pretty annoying there.
Yeah, they're tough, because sometimes when you hit them off the board, they get ejected pretty far away.
Yeah, or sometimes they'll come in, like, charging already.
Yeah. Not sure how I didn't die there.
Yeah, that was nice. I started taking these guys out because it's just a lot faster. PJ was taking them out because it's just a lot safer, but it's just another case of gotta go ass out for fast strats.
Yeah, and the Ghost Turtle glitch can only be activated in Stage 3, as far as we know. So it's really important for Leo to never die after it's activated.
Yeah, pretty much the run's over if I die at all, so... That's why a lot of our safety strats were important.
Yeah, so I used to kill those guys just so that you would have health for the Bazooka Joes in case they shot you.
Yeah.
But it's slower because I have to wait for the guys to completely jump out of the hatch, whereas you can just spawn camp them and they die instantly.
Yeah. We found a pretty safe like plane to walk. It's like, what do you say? It was like 6 pixels or something.
Yeah, it's pretty generous.
Yeah. So like you can just eyeball it and get it every time. I don't think I've ever missed it. I think I got hit once when I hit health.
Yeah, I got hit once and died, and it was weird because I was, like, fine. I was walking to the right and everything was okay, and then, like, halfway there I just died.
Yep.
Oh, there's
the guy
sheriff.
who walked right through Buzzbeat, you know?
Oh, yeah! Yeah, in the marathon run.
I still don't understand that. I went back and watched it, I don't understand.
Just straight through. So this section is super scary because, it's extremely laggy, and I have no health. So if I die, like Mecha's gonna be fine because he got the pizza, but if I die, then the enemy's gonna be free to walk around the screen, causing lag and escaping from us. And it's tough for me to efficiently kill him because while you're invincible during the special, you're vulnerable the moment it ends. So the spawn of the first guy always coincides with the laser beam, so if I use my special, it's gonna end right when the laser is directly over me. And if you try and do special when you're below one of the mid or high beams, you get hit by it because the special starts with a jump.
Yeah, it's like, it's not both buttons at the same time. You can, like, delay one a little bit, and that gives you the ability to jump a little higher for specials. That's what I used for the little robot earlier. They hit really well.
They're pretty okay, Razar, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I want to get him to the right of the screen so it takes less time for me to walk through the door.
Mm-hmm.
And he dies there, so Shredder's position is fixed. He comes all the way down where Dr. C is supposedly at, and just stands here and gets hits.
Yeah, again, the game doesn't know that Leo exists. And even though Dr. C's body isn't on screen, they remember his position. So Shredder is waiting for Dr. C to show up, because he's the only valid target. In the meantime, Leo's able to get, like, what, I think you get 25 hits before I respawn?
That or like, yeah, 20-something. I think it's around 25.
I think so.
Originally, you finished him off, but I said, hey, just stand there and keep getting hit. He's not gonna move.
Yeah, Shredder's kind of scary, like we alluded to before. Like, he sometimes does a jump kick that just covers the whole screen. So I was scared of him, like, doing something that would kill Mecha, but it has never happened to us, so...
Yeah, it used to be a really tough fight, but with one-player glitch, it's easy.
This is another optimization we didn't know about and made me feel really dumb. When these balls fall, you can slap them to make them open up quicker. And it saved like 2 seconds.
Yup. Just something we never considered to try or even think was a thing.
Yeah, which is weird, because like idly attacking things is something that we do.
Yep.
But whatever. Shoutouts to the Tassers again. So for stage 7, I need 0 lives. We're going to be doing the 0-player glitch again. And this is an application that we didn't know about until, again, that week after we watched the tasks.
You died here to reduce lag, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and this saved like another 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah.
How did that work? I got caught daydreaming and forgot there's another wave.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Alright, ended up being fine. Again, that's one of the fixed spawn rate waves, so as long as I was in position to kill the last guy, we don't lose any time. Well, we lose some lag frames, but not too bad. Alright, so earlier in the run we did the 0-player glitch by both having Ghost Turtle glitch active, but we're gonna do it here by just game overing me. So much like if you're playing 2-player mode and one turtle is dead, the game thinks it's single player. If you're playing with one turtle dead and then you kill that turtle, the game thinks that it's 0-player. And there are a ton of spawns in this stage. I think this is the most variable stage.
Oh, that's why you game over. I was trying to remember why you died at the elevator. But yeah, that was the reason.
Yeah. Yeah, so we die here and it skips 8 waves of enemies. Leo just gets to go. And then he fights these 2 waves, and then it skips 3 more waves after this.
Yeah, this part's a little scary, because sometimes that guy...
That guy's bonkers.
He turned around and speared me once.
He didn't turn around, he was facing left, you jump kicked in, he just stabbed you.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, I see.
Yeah. There used to be these really scary waves for me. There was, the foot soldiers, the crazies that can, mystery hug me, and then there was Aladdin's with the same case. We skipped both of those and skipped 3 waves of buzz beeps, among other waves. So
some rock soldiers, something else.
Yeah, I think the blue. No, not the blue guys. Cannonballers, I think, or something.
Yeah, I can't remember. It skips a lot.
Yeah.
So in this stage, again, 11 waves of enemies. If you look back to stage 1 when we skipped 2 waves of enemies and it saved 10 seconds, 11 waves is a lot of enemies.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like 50 seconds to a minute saved. And right here again, we don't need 0-player glitch. This is mostly just to set up Toka. I was scared there. Your position was awfully high.
Yeah, it's just so he doesn't move down. We want to get him like the highest spot possible so he doesn't come out and hit me.
Wow, what a sick pattern.
That was a really good fight. Jeez.
Most of these bosses, when they use an attack, drop their iframes, so they can be hit twice as frequently. Razar when he uses the claw attack or ice breath, Bebop when he fires the beanie chain ball helmet
beanie
thing.
ball.
With a beanie ball?
The beanie ball, yeah.
Toka has a lot of different attacks, though, so he drops his iframes pretty frequently. And the one that we really want is the jump there. Because the jump can be interrupted. It normally like jumps across the whole screen, but if you hit him out of it, then he drops straight down. So when he jumps, Leo can like hit him, it drops him, and he gets like 6 hits or something for free. It's really nice.
The super punch gives me a lot too.
Yeah, super punch is good.
Man, these Aladdins wouldn't none of me. Yikes.
I'm real curious how this stage goes. We still have some pretty hefty gold splits to get on this stage.
Yeah. This is one of the stages that is really hard for us to remember because there's just so much going on. We have like a lot of landmark waves we try to remember coming up, and then just like, oh yeah, this wave's coming up. It ends up being like 10 waves later.
Yeah, or it's like, oh wait, buzz beeps are here, and they kill both of us. Yeah, we mostly want to remember like these waves, the really fast enemies that appear and instantly kill you if you're not in position. So the helicopters, the eggs, and the guys that we call buzz beeps, the blue guys that have the electric barrier between them. The others we can kind of react to. So again, our run was on Sunday, and we spent like the entirety of Monday rerouting the game and practicing. I don't think we did any attempts on Monday, right?
I don't think so.
And then Tuesday we spent like most of the day doing attempts and dropped our PB from like a 35-27 down to like a 33-55, I think it was before this.
Something like that, yeah.
Cut like a minute and a half off of our PB in one session, and then this was the first run of the next day. So we only had like 2 days to do attempts. Dropped our PB by 2.5 minutes, but we still have some time to cut off. Oh, this is me just completely noping out.
I think I forgot about that wave, to be honest. Because I used to like panic about Pizza Rush to grab it and then get hit by the Bazooka Joes, but... Yeah, so Mother Mauser again, he's trying to target Dr. C, so I just like sit inside his zip box in case the Mausers come out, and that's it.
Yeah, super dirty strat. A lot of these boss fights were so hard to practice online, especially with the Ghost Turtle glitch, because, like, again, you have to activate it in Stage 3, and then you'd have to play through the rest of the game to get one chance at, like, testing a position on a boss. So being able to test with save states in person was really good. It made us feel super dumb.
Yeah, well, we were able just to, like, try so many different things, and it just was so helpful.
Yeah, and many of these strats were just like, what happens if you lead? What happens if you just stand here while I kill this boss?
Yep.
But it was just too tedious to test before. Nice. Get some.
Wow, I did. Yeah, so this stage ain't too scary for me since there's a lot of pizza pickups. By a lot I mean two, but...
And really the first half of this stage, like up through Mother Mauser, is the most difficult part, I think. Once we get to 8B and 8C, well, 8B and then, I mean, bosses, things get a little bit easier. Like, the waves are... Hey, there's Mystery Hug!
He was throwing ninja stars and grabbed me. Multi-talented fellow there, yeah.
Simply outplayed.
It's a wrestler and a ninja.
Man, the robots were playing really well today, too. There were a lot of off-screen shots. So for these waves, we know how many enemies are going to spawn and when they're going to spawn, but we don't know where they're going to spawn or what actions they're going to take. So some of the waves are pretty easy to handle, like the enemies will slowly drift towards me and Mecha can kill them, but some of the other ones are just completely crazy and will do whatever they want to. It makes it really tough to handle. Like that guy who decided he can jump kick instead of doing the frog splash.
Yep.
Or this guy who just plane shifted and almost put me in the bucket. So it's a really tough game to run. Certainly a tough game to optimize. And it relies a lot more on like just intuition and blind guesses than it does on actual concrete routing.
Yeah, that section there was scary for me because the blue guys will like always jump kick, and if I'm trying to like shovel or do whatever against those robots, and they could just hit me and kill me. And that actually happened during the marathon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were busy laughing at the exterminator.
Hey man, just had to get a girder and take out all the rats.
Gotta squash these roaches. Alright, so the Ghost Turtle glitch is still active, so this death doesn't really do anything for Krang's health. I was just dying to get health back. I forgot I did that. I thought I was setting him up for you, but no, Dr. C does more damage, so I want to fight Phase 1. And then do as much as I can in Phase 2. This is a super good pattern. Wow.
Yeah, it's really good. Wow.
Now I think I die.
Yeah, I try to stay out of the way because the upper torso has a huge hitbox when he like lays the hammer down, but the pants don't really move down when it's targeting me. It's important that PJ comes back here because we found out if we had the 0-player glitch active against Super Shredder, he gets more health.
Yeah, it's super weird.
Yeah, it makes no sense. We didn't test to see how much the health changes, but it's very apparent that it's there.
Yeah, we don't have numbers, but like we had a fight that took like a minute longer than normal.
Yeah.
We beat on him for like 4 lives, and then he wasn't blinking.
Mm-hmm.
So this fight's honestly pretty awful when you care about time. This is the attack you want him to use, because he just stands in place and drops his iframes. All of the other attacks will not drop his iframes, except for the teleport, but it's tough to actually take advantage of that, because his teleport's random. This is a perfect spot!
That was really good, wow.
It's like 8 hits on that. Dang. I'd probably just stay dead here.
Yeah. He was targeting you.
Yep. Again, Ghost Turtle glitch is still active, so the only valid target is dead. He's just going to keep attacking the ground where Dr. C was. Wow, smashed him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the color! I forgot about that. Oh yeah, the loop. The screen wrap.
The double surprise ending.
Yep. Yeah, that was my bad.
Okay, so we were recording this with, it's Retro Tank, right?
Yeah.
It's a line doubler, just like the OSSC. But there's a button on top that changes like the video source. So we were recording with my component modded NES, and there's a button that changes to composite and S-video. So we got that run, and it was a super good run. And Mecha like slammed his controller out of the triumphant.
Hey, I didn't slam it down, but I
shook
like
the
set
whole
it down,
table.
like...
Power went out. So he gently set his controller on the table, and it just happened to hit the source button on the Retro Tank and changed it to composite. So we had black and white footage for a few seconds there.
Yeah. Well, it's like tradition at this point that we can't have like a flawless recording. We gotta have something stupid, and at least it was at the end, and it only affected the color. So
yeah, and our 3355 before this was recorded in the wrong aspect ratio.
Oh yeah. I don't remember how that happened, but oh god.
Yeah, so our first PB from 2013 had like no video in stage 8 because your computer was setting itself on fire.
Yeah,
And
like
then-
the audio was working, but the
Yep,
video
audio
wasn't
was good.
working. It was like freezing up.
And then we had the wrong aspect ratio, and now this one, which has a few seconds of black and white.
Yeah.
I think the reason we didn't improve this was that we couldn't think of another video artifact to add to our recording. Can't get a new PB without a new video
Just gotta
glitch.
play Dr. Com mode.
From Konami.
Yeah. Yeah, so like before the marathon run, we were practicing. We went to do full runs, so we didn't use the power pack. I was like, hey, I'll go grab my car. Let's try it. And PJ's like, do you really think that's a good idea? No, but we're gonna do it anyways. And of course, I think it started out fine, and then it gradually got worse.
No,
and
it
worse.
didn't.
Okay, so it didn't, but
Yeah, straight out of the gate, it was super bad. And naturally, it's just a challenge to us. Like, oh, you think I won't play with this screwed up footage? Oh, you think it bothers me? All right, let's go.
yeah, let's do this. Of course, we made it to the end. Everybody's names was screwed up in the credits, except Toka, because you just don't mess with Toka.
Gotta respect Toka.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's our run. We'll probably improve it someday, but for now, that's it.
Thanks for watching.